Hi everybody, so this is just a quick demo of the caching and MagicLink stuff I've just been working on. So the idea here is that this is based off the back of a user request. They want to do git-diff off the back, well, they want a git-hook, and then they want to pass the diffs through to this. So when they do a git diff tool or something, whatever their actual alias is, it will create the link, create the diffs, create the link, pass the content in, and then when you go to the URL, it'll bring back the UI with all of the actual differences there. I've gone ahead, I've got 3 new functions. There is a peek, there's a create, and then there's a get, basically, which is, it just compares the two. I've implemented Sonic Cache. So Sonic Cache is a package that I built about 18 months ago for a different project, and then I've extracted it into its own project this week. It has basically all of these functions: add, get, exists, peek, purge, close. Now, in the original instance, they are interfaces, and what I've done is created them as keys in a byte array. A string in a byte array, and then I've just done some casting, like casting it to the actual entry, and then returning that as a byte, the byte value from that entry. So in this case, it's the value is actually an interface. I'm setting it as a byte array, and then I decode that on the controller side as a from the JSON into the actual object. So I just unmarshal it there. I basically have like I said, they've got 3 functions. So peek just basically gives us a return value of all the keys that exist, and I can kind of demonstrate that quickly here. So this is an old version. If I hit this, you can see the keys are now empty. I've got this one at the top, which is the create magic key. So this is where the actual git-hook would pass its values into. So it would pass the form as A and B. I can go ahead and do that here. So I can do that one, and I will do this one. So we've got 2 different ones, and I'll just quickly, actually I'm going to go ahead and do another one. And then when I hit peek, we should now see 3 different values. And what I can actually do is take one of these values at random. I can go to magic ID, and then I can pass in the new ID. And as you can see now, it's compared the two. It tells you the whole thing is different. And we can do the same for the others that exist as well. Ooh. Oh my god. So you got hello world, which is that one there, and then the other one was hello hello. And you can see that one. This one then just show one character has changed. And yeah, that's a lightning whistle stop tour of it. The compare using magic keys uses sessions, so it actually goes and grabs it. You can pass in the full ID or the short ID. The full ID is mainly just for storage, and just a way for us to kind of, and I take that last 8 and then bring it in. And I set the values in the session, so when it actually gets created, it shows you obviously session saved, and then that's the version that's been provided. And then it automatically does a HTML redirect when you pull it through. Obviously, if it doesn't, you can just click the button and it will take you forward. But yeah, love to know your thoughts.